We start with one hour chart. We want to see how we can look for trade. If we refer to our analysis after the price broke this low, all right, we mentioned if we get any reversal, we can look for buy. As we can see, the price, the way is reversing is very corrective. Mostly, if we see this kind of the corrective move, we can, in the bigger picture, we can look for flat. And in relative to the first move, correction, and the price can retest the previous low. That means still we will be within this down move before we get the reversal as for the bigger picture. Okay. By the way, most of the charts they're following each other. Mostly they follow the Bitcoin, and if the Bitcoin continue from here, mostly the rest can have a similar movement. Then how we can look for buy? Because if we wants to look for buy right now, we don't have any trade set up, and mostly if this one turn to a deeper correction, from there, we can look for buy. But right now, if there is a continuation as a corrective move, we cannot look for any trade. We just let it go. Because I mentioned for the bigger picture, we can look for flat. Anyway, if this one turns to a deeper move, if we get any trade setup for buy, we need to see the breakout of 0.274 following by 0.28. That means we want to see whether the price can break this soon or not. If not, that means even if we get one move up, the price mostly, for sure, the price will drop. Okay. Anyway, we don't have any trade set up, and if the price continues a corrective move, we are not going to look for trade. In this case, we want to see what we have based on higher time frame and how we can look for chart. And if we move to daily chart, still I'm looking for this correction relative to this. We want to see whether we can get one move up with the breakout of the previous top or not. Okay. And in this case, we move to lower time frame. Okay. Based on lower time frame, we want to see, even explain my last analysis. We want to see whether we can put this move in relative to this in the bigger picture as a correction relative to this. Okay. That's mean we want to see this one turn to a deeper move with the breakout of the previous low, the lowest price for this correction. Then any reversal from there, we will take it, and we want to see we want to see the price retest the 0.34. But as I mentioned, based on 1 hour chart, internally still we can look for flat as a correction in relative to the first correction and take one more drop. This is the best things if we can get before we get the reversal. That means if we get any reversal after this down move, as I explained, it can give us really good trade setup. That's why based on 1 hour chart, whatever the trade, if we get is a short-term trade. Whether we should look for buy or not, it depends on the traders. But as I mentioned right now, we don't have any trade setup to look for buy, and mostly we can expect the price continue as a corrective. And in the bigger picture, if we get any sell setup, we can look for sell. All right. But right now, we are not going to look for buy or sell. And if he wants to look for buy, let this one turn to a deeper move, and mostly depends on the rest of the chart. The like other charts like a Bitcoin. Okay. How about if the price drop from here? It depends whether we can look for sell or not, because mostly if we want to look for sell, we need to see the sharp move flag, we take the trade. Maybe we can get the trade set up, but in terms of the risk and reward, we need to see whether the price can give us a good trade or not. That's why we want to see the continuation, at least the price come to this zone, then from there if we get sell, we can take it. Okay, just to make it very simple, if the price reverse for continue as a corrective, we are not going to look for buy. The only times if this one turn to a deeper correction, then from there we take the trade and as a short term for buy. And when the price come to this zone after the breakout of 0.274, if we see there is a continuation, that means if we get this move as a short, we keep the trade. If not, then from there we take the trade, and we take out the trade, then any sell from there we will sell it, because for the bigger picture still we can expect we will be within this down move. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update or trade setup, I will share.